Welcome back. Bitcoin prices hovering above the $30,000 level this morning, currently at $30,447 in a new Citi report. Ongoing volatility in crypto markets has impacted user adoption, and growing concerns about stablecoins likely worsening declines for the crypto market. That from the Citi analyst. Joining me right now is the Bitcoin Foundation chairman, Brock Pierce. And Brock, it's always a pleasure to see you. Thanks very much for being here. What has this decline meant for adoption, for perception, and users' reactions? Because we've seen a pretty good sell-off here across the crypto landscape.
Well, good morning, Maria. It's always a pleasure to see you. So what does it mean? This isn't the first time that this has happened with crypto. We go through these bull markets and into bear markets in what we call crypto winter. Price is the primary barometer of sentiment. When the price is down, excitement dissipates, and that brings less people in. Though the reality is this is the ideal time for new entrants to be entering the market. The old adage, Warren Buffett type of statement, buy low, sell high. And so this is, probably the best time to be participating in the market. But yes, absolutely, the markets being where they are, curb enthusiasm, and as a result of that, adoption slows or wanes.
So the Gemini crypto exchange owned by the Winklevoss twins being sued now by IRA Financial Trust, which is a platform allowing people to use crypto to save for retirement over security failures following a cyber attack which saw $36 million in crypto stolen from the IRA platform. Brock, I mean, look, this hits right at the worries around Fidelity's move recently to allow people to put crypto in their retirement savings. Now, this retirement is gone because of this hack attack.
Well, my understanding is there was no security breach at Gemini, which is the Winklevoss twins or brothers exchange. I don't know where the security protocol was breached. It is a $36 million lawsuit, Gemini being a very large business, and it doesn't appear that the event occurred at their infrastructure level, and it does appear that they responded to support this IRA as quickly as possible. I guess we'll have to wait and see more. But yes, one of the biggest concerns in this space is security vulnerability, and we are upgrading the insecure infrastructure that comprises the internet today. And crypto is at the forefront of experiencing all of those pains. But as a result of that, we're going to live in a more secure future.
I understand what you're saying longer term. What does that look like in terms of the framework for regulation? Earlier this week, Senators Cynthia Lummis and Kristen Gillibrand introduced legislation to create a regulatory backdrop for digital assets, including cryptocurrencies. This is the Responsible Financial Innovation Act is what they're calling it, calling for the integration of digital assets into existing laws and encouraging financial sector innovation and consumer protections. Brock, what do you think the regulation will look like?
Well, I'm pleased to see that this bill has been proposed by members of the Senate who have some domain expertise. I mean, Senator Lummis has been at the forefront of advocating on behalf of this industry. So really happy to see the bill being proposed on a nonpartisan basis, meaning bipartisan support, and from people that have taken the time, invested the time to understand what this is, and not just putting forward a bill that was drafted by, call it, opposition lobbyists. So there's a couple of big things in this. One is providing some regulatory clarity in terms of what regulatory body should be overseeing this. Historically, the SEC said it's their domain. The CFTC said it's their domain. FinCEN said it's their domain. The reality is that cryptocurrency is built upon a database architecture called blockchain, and you can build anything with a database. But the idea of the CFTC being the regulatory body would be my pick if I had to choose one, versus the confusion of everyone trying to say this is their domain, making it difficult for investors, difficult for developers to operate with all that regulatory uncertainty. The other really big thing in this bill is that transactions of $200 and less would be non-taxable, so that you're not having to worry about the tax implications to buy a cup of coffee, similar to what happens when you pay with cash.
I see.
I'm pleased with the bill, and there's clearly called for increased regulation. The implosion of UST or Terra Luna has definitely made that a hot topic of discussion, and I'm just really happy to see some sensible regulation being proposed by people that have invested the time to know what they're talking about.
Yeah, and you make a good point. We need the clarity of understanding who's actually regulating this so that we can understand what the rules of the road are. Brock, it's great to see you. Thanks very much. Brock Pierce joining us this morning on Crypto. We'll see you soon, Brock.